The Boy Who Followed the Sun. There was once a young boy named Max who loved adventure stories and treasure hunts more than anything else. He had always dreamed of going on a real-life treasure hunt, following clues and solving puzzles to find hidden riches. One day, while exploring his grandfather's attic, Max stumbled upon an old trunk filled with dusty boxes and forgotten treasures. Among the trinkets and baubles, he found a tattered map that seemed to be hand-drawn on yellowed parchment. The map was worn and torn, but Max could make out the outline of a forest, a winding river, and several cryptic symbols. Excited by his discovery, Max showed the map to his grandfather, who smiled knowingly.
"Ah, you found the treasure hunt map. I drew that map many years ago when I was your age."
Max's grandfather explained that the map was part of a long-forgotten treasure hunt that had taken place in the woods near their village. The story went that a wealthy merchant had hidden a chest filled with gold and jewels, and had created a series of clues to lead his descendants to the treasure. The map itself was cleverly designed, with several puzzles and riddles scattered throughout. Max's grandfather explained that each clue would lead him to the next one, until he finally found the treasure. But there was a catch. The merchant had also included a few false leads to throw off any potential treasure hunters. Max couldn't wait to start his adventure. He spent hours studying the map, trying to decipher the clues and plan out his route. His grandfather warned him that it wouldn't be easy, but Max was determined to find the treasure. The next morning, Max set out into the woods, armed with nothing but his trusty map and a sense of curiosity. The forest was dense and overgrown, but Max pushed through the underbrush, following the winding path indicated on the map. As he walked, Max encountered all sorts of obstacles, steep hills, raging streams, and even a swarm of bees that chased him for several minutes. But he refused to give up, using his quick thinking and resourcefulness to overcome each challenge. Finally, after what seemed like hours of walking, Max came across a large stone pedestal with a small inscription etched into its surface. The map had hinted at this clue, which read, "Where shadows fall, seek out the sun's warm call. Follow the stream that flows. From the peak to the forest's heart, it glows." Max studied the inscription for several minutes, trying to decipher what it meant. Suddenly, he remembered a conversation with his grandfather about the way sunlight filtered through the trees in this part of the forest. With newfound confidence, Max followed the stream indicated on the map, which led him to a small clearing surrounded by tall trees. As he entered the clearing, Max noticed that the sun was shining directly onto a specific spot on the ground. And there, hidden among the leaves and twigs, was another clue, this one written in a small, intricate script. "Follow the path where shadows fall. To find the next clue, listen to all. The sound of water, wind's gentle sigh, will guide you forward, as it whispers goodbye." Max pondered the meaning of the second clue for several minutes. He remembered his grandfather talking about the way the forest sounds could change depending on the time of day and the season. As he thought, Max became aware of a subtle change in the atmosphere. The wind picked up slightly, rustling through the leaves and making a soft whispering sound that seemed to be coming from deeper in the forest. Inspired by this discovery, Max followed the sound of the wind, which led him along a narrow path, and eventually to a small wooden bridge spanning a babbling brook. On one side of the bridge was carved another inscription, "Listen closely to the whispers of the trees so tall, for hidden secrets lie within their sway. Where roots meet sky, find the next step's way." Max studied the map once again, realizing that this clue pointed to an ancient tree with a massive trunk and branches that seemed to stretch up to the clouds. As he approached the tree, Max noticed a subtle movement in the leaves. It was as if the wind itself was whispering secrets directly into his ear. Suddenly, Max's eyes widened as he spotted something hidden among the roots of the tree. It was another small inscription, written on a tiny piece of parchment and secured with a thin thread. "Quotes meets. Seek out the nest where dreams come high. A symbol born from sun and sea guides you to the next clue's destiny." Max took his time studying this final clue, which seemed to point to an eagle's nest that was said to be hidden somewhere in these woods. The map had hinted at a symbol being found near the nest, one that would reveal the location of the treasure. After several minutes of deliberation, Max decided to investigate further. He carefully made his way along the branch and reached the nest itself, where he discovered another inscription carved into the wooden base. "Rise up high. To claim your prize, don't ask why. The sun's warm touch guides you home. Where true riches lie, a heart that is free to roam." As Max finished reading the final clue, a sudden burst of sunlight illuminated the entire scene. For a moment, he felt as though the whole forest was shining in perfect harmony with him. But then, instead of finding the treasure, Max realized that the journey had changed him forever. He had discovered hidden strengths and resilience within himself, and forged unbreakable bonds with his grandfather and the natural world around him. With tears in his eyes, Max folded the map carefully and tucked it into his pocket. He knew that this was no ordinary treasure hunt. It was a test of character, courage, and heart. The real treasure had been within him all along. The love for adventure, the willingness to take risks, and the knowledge that sometimes, The greatest rewards come from the journey itself.
Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching my short story.